Okay, so we're 4 days into the Intermot show. Some of the lightweights have gone home, so Mark's gone home. I'm on my own, but I wanted to bring you this, which is one of the highlights for the Intermot show actually, and that's the Moto Guzzi V85TT, which is an absolutely stunning adventure bike. I think for me it's really bringing something new to the adventure bike market, and firstly that's got to be on the aesthetic side. I think most people that have got a GS 1200 or sort of like into that adventure scene, they look at the bikes and no one's like ogling over them. They're just not that good looking bikes. I think what Moto Guzzi are doing here is bringing a new aesthetic to it. Everyone I talk to about this bike is absolutely in love with the look of it. So this is actually a homage back to some of the Paris-Dakar bikes that Moto Guzzi did in the 80s. That's the V65 and V67. And I think this bike in particular is following some of those colorways. This bike is slightly lower, I think, than a normal adventure bike. When you get on a GS, sometimes you can just feel it's massive, and certainly getting your legs over, especially when you've got the panniers on, can actually be quite a challenge. So, to have something with a little bit lower seat on it is going to make sense for some of the guys who are a little bit shorter. Having said that, with that you're going to have a little bit less ground clearance. I'm not sure of the actual ability yet. Obviously no one's ridden it yet off-road or on-road, so its true driving ability is yet to be confirmed, but based on the look of it, it's absolutely stunning. Now, one of the things that Moto Guzzi have done for this bike is give it a brand new engine. So when we were testing the V73 a couple of weeks ago, one of the comments that we made was that it was slightly underpowered. I'd have loved to have seen another 30-40 horsepower. For me personally, I'd love to see about another 40 horsepower in it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Funnily enough, that's exactly what Moto Guzzi have done with the V85TT. So they've upped the CC slightly, so this is 850 now, but it's outputting 80 horsepower, which is a really, really big improvement, and I think is going to be fantastic for this bike. And hopefully this is going to be the new engine that we see coming through in some of the different models, because this engine, an 80 horsepower motor in the V73, would transform the bike, in my opinion, make it so much more attractive. So hopefully that's a real platform for the new models in the future. Pricing on this model is going to be about £11,000, although that's not strictly confirmed for the UK yet. But at that price, it has got some stiff competition. Direct competitor obviously would be something like the 850 GS BMW. So Moto Guzzi really got their work cut out against that level of competition. Having said that, I think the person that looks at this bike, this is about the look of it, this is about the overall feel, and I think Moto Guzzi have absolutely hit the nail on the head.